Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play yet again the new Nobles Club map, Zara Jacob. I really don't know how you pronounce that. um, and I'm kind of torn to choose a difficulty level because the map maker hinted, or someone suggested in the Nobles Club bullpen that a cultural victory uh, would be nice with Zara because of his unique building. So um, I want to attempt that, but I'm not really comfortable doing that on DD or Immortal. So I think I will play an Emperor and hope the map is suitable enough for getting a cultural victory. The start looked promising. It's definitely a good site for a legendary city. So I'm going to guess we're going for culture, and if not, you will probably not hear this, and I will restart on Immortal or DT or something. But for now, let's just do this. Mr. Zara, Emperor, we selected. Let's go with normal speed. So this game, barbarians are on, which might slow the game down a bit, but well, most games are played with barbarians on, so it really makes it a lot easier to play with barbarians off, even though a lot less random too. So Mr. Zara starts with hunting and mining, and his unique unit is the Romo Warrior, which is basically a musketman with 3 promos, which you can upgrade later to Rifleman with 3 promos. Although you can get to Drill 4, which is a pretty neat promo, giving you 2 guaranteed first strikes, so that makes like 4 to 7 first strikes or something, or 5 to 8, I don't really know. So if you can go to war with strength advantage, then the first strikes will help to keep your unit at full health. But in a cultural game, you're not going to see much use out of that. And then we've got the steel, which gives plus 25% culture, which was the reason the cultural victory was suggested. Though at the end we will probably have like plus 200% culture in all cities anyway. But the 25 will certainly help a little bit, even though I think it's more to deal with early border pressure than really for a cultural victory. So the start. We start very conveniently on a plains hill with 2 food resources visible in the BFC. And I've looked at the start at the forums a little bit, and there's 2 problems I have with settling in place. The first is, to get any production out of this, you have to research bronze working early, because all your hills are up here and they are forested. Plus you have only 3 of them, which is okay. It's probably enough, but still. And the other reason is there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green cottageable tiles and 1 brown one. And the rest is the dryland cottages are just it's only a 1 commerce difference, but it makes a big difference in the game if it's riverside or not. So I'm actually tempted to settle right over here, which gains the advantage of losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dry tiles, and it gains 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 river tiles. These are probably dry as well, but also it gains this. We lose 1 over here, but we gain this plains hill, and we gain another hill over here, and we still keep these hills in our big fat cross and all the food. So basically that gives me, this one is not forested, so it gives me 3 hills to mine straight off the bat with my mining starting tech, without the need for going for bronze working. So, and it's possible I could gain yet another food source here in the fog, while I lose nothing. So the only bummer would be if we would settle on a strategic resource or so, but yeah, we can't really wait to find out. So even though while I normally advocate not to move over Plains Hill, if you're on one for the extra hammer, I'm going to do it here for the long run. It will be a way better cottage city here, and the early production will help with building some of the wonders if we're going for culture. But this seems like a good capital for it. So okay, let's talk about the tech pad. I didn't even move my scout before I decided. Alright, well, that might have been an idea. Alright, let's check out the tech pad which we are going to take. We want agriculture first for the to improve the food, and I'm guessing I'm going wheel pottery next to gain access to cottages, and I want to work the cottages as soon as possible. And next is mysticism. I'm kind of torn on building Stonehenge or not. You see, I'll explain that for a bit. So the basics of a culture city is you have to get 3 cities up to legendary difficulty, 50,000 culture. And Stonehenge just gives a lot of base culture. It's +8, but you build it early, and in 1,000 years the culture doubles. So it will be 16 culture per turn. So if you run that over, like, say 100 turns, and then have like, say 250% multipliers or so, that's like 4,000 culture over 100 turns. But the problem is it gives great profit points, and this will, because it's an early wonder, it will probably delay your great scientist, which you want for an academy in the capital. And also we probably also want to build Oracle, so that's a lot of profit points, and getting profits like 1 is okay, but for the extra gold and the extra hammers, but if you get more than 1, that's basically just a waste. So if you remember, I said it's like worth 1,000 or 4,000 culture over 100 turns. Basically the great artist, if you get 1 great profit instead of a great artist, it's also a difference of 4,000 culture. So in that regard, it's not really worth it. Plus, we only need steels in the. We only need them in the 3 culture cities, really. So, well, you could argue both ways. It denies the AI the wonder, but it also seriously can hamper your early expansion. So I guess we'll have to see how much room we have. So agriculture, pottery, and then probably we're going mysticism, polytheism, priesthood to build the oracle for our first key tech, which is Code of Laws. And Code of Laws enables caste system, which allows us to run infinite specialists of certain kinds, and one of those certain kinds is artists. Where is the civic caste system? Yeah, unlimited artists. So basically we want 3 cities. This is a good cottage and wonder spam city. We will first focus on producing a couple wonders and expansion. Depends on how close the AIs are, in which order. And we will get a helper city up as soon as possible to produce some additional workers and settlers, so that the capital can focus on its main task of becoming a legendary city. And so the 3 cities are going to be this one, and then another good cottage city, and then another high food city. This is pretty high food already, but I'm not going to waste the capital on an artist farm, especially because we need this city to do all our research for us. So the first goal is Code of Laws, and then the second goal is probably music, through literature. Maybe drama also, we'll see. But this, it's not for the great library. We do not want to build a great library this game. It does help with science, but it will give too many scientists during the course of the game, which we don't need. But for the national epic, that's still very important. Especially we are not philosophical, so we don't have a bonus in great people birth rate already. So that's kind of a key wand. And probably if I get an additional scientist, I will try to bulb philosophy next. And hopefully we can adopt a state religion and go pacifism for another 100% bonus. After that we will probably go civil service for bureaucracy, and then I may or may not go nationalism for the Taj Mahal. Depends on if you have marble. If you don't have marble, I generally find it too expensive. But maybe nationalism. It also allows the Hermitage, which you need another 100% culture modifier in a city. Music, by the way, allows the cathedrals. It gives you a free great artist. It gives you the plus 50% culture religious buildings, the cathedrals. And it allows this wonder. So this is the most important tech to get. You really want to build this wonder, because if you want to get your artist farm up to legendary culture, this plus 2 base culture per specialist will really help you. And it just gives a lot of culture in general. So next we're going towards we'll probably focus on getting to liberalism, and I'm probably going to take printing press as a freebie from that if I manage to be first, because it will help my cottage cities produce even more commerce, and with the culture slider that will be more culture. We could take a detour, try to get theology in time to build the AP to guarantee that the state religion it's built in is one of the ones we have, so we can get the hammer bonus for our religious buildings. But I don't know if we'll have time for that. So let me select the right tech instead of beelining some faraway tech. Agriculture, then wheel pottery, probably. Alright, so let's get started with the actual map. A little fog gazing to get a general idea of where I am. Oh, there's marble right there. So maybe that's not a coincidence. So I'm probably going to want to check out this site, although, wow, might settle right on top of that. That gives you a 3 hammer city tile, by the way. 1 extra for the Plains Hill and 1 extra for the marble. I don't want to explore too far off. I want to know the immediate surroundings of my capital and find some legendary cities. Mostly here I see rivers here, so I want to explore here as well, because river sites make good cottage sites. This might or might not be a peninsula. That would be valuable information to have, because if it is, then I can delay this city until I need the marble. I won't have the marble hooked up in time for the oracle though, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, there was an extra forest growth. Let's see, is it time for barbs yet? I guess animals can spawn from turn 5. But I don't see forest here, so... Oh, there is a forest. Alright, this looks like it is a peninsula. Oh, there's stone as well. Alright, so it's also on a plains hill. Wow! That wouldn't be a bad spot at all. For a helper city. This would be a pretty decent helper city too, even though it's one of the coast. It doesn't really matter if it's one of the coast, it's just a helper city. But it does have 2 of its own food resources. So you want to have one main great people farm, but if you can manage to pop out another great artist from a different city, that helps you as well. I think I'm going to explore down here for a bit.
Oh, farmers, pray that your summers be wet and your winters clear.
So it cost me 2 turns scouting, but now I know there's no fish down here. And there's the first guy, a wolf. We should survive that. And that's Hinduism. I really hope my scout survives long enough so I can scout out this river over here. Oh, and again there's a resource right in front of my city bar. I really hate it. Why do they do that? Okay. I guess it's my own fault because I moved off the Plains Hill, right? God damn it. Yeah. So we have our worker, and we will of course improve the food first. Let's think about this for a bit, because we do have a lot of food and no production, so I could mine a hill after this. Or I could, before the corn is improved, try to get a warrior out like this. Maybe I will do that. Alright, so just for completeness sake. Oh fuck. Now I definitely want to get the warrior out first. God damn it. I really hate it when I lose my starting explorer before I scouted out the land around my capital. Alright. I guess it will make a faster game for you guys to watch. Just clicking enter, well... Yeah, I'm not going to not work the corn, so... I might get another worker out too at size 2. Well, we'll see about that when the warrior is done. I think I'm going again for another warrior, because we will need one. So this guy will just go straight away explore where I needed to explore in the first place. And there's a guy, and he's got Buddhism. So let's hope he's somewhat close by, even though it's turned 23 already. And that might mean we do have some time to expand, and we don't need to expand super early, so we have the opportunity to grab some early wonders. Oh, there's a... Oh, fuck it. Oh, fuck, it moved automatically. Ah, god. God. Oh, I hate it. I hate when that happens, but... Ah, fuck that shit. Oh, thank you, creative. That's really convenient. Oh my god, but I guess I'm okay if I'm on the hill and he's on the other side of the river. It should be okay. Yeah, it should be okay. He gets like 50% penalty. Oh, and there's some nice floodplains over here as well. You know what? I'm going to complete this guy this turn. And I'm going to put a road in this tile as well, I think. Wow, that's nasty. The hills are all so far apart that it takes me 2 turns to go between them.
Hath not the potter power over the clay to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
I think if you go writing first, that will lead to an early great scientist, but it might endanger getting the oracle in time. So I think I will need to focus on expansion and stuff as well. So I'm going to build another worker for sure, because I have a lot of stuff to do. I have to mine tiles, I have to cottage tiles, and I have to hook up the stone as well somewhere soon. I guess we're going something like this. The pyramids, you can either build them or not build them. It doesn't really well, it does matter, of course. It's an expensive wonder and it hampers your expansion as well. But on the other hand, it enables representation, which gives you a lot of happiness. You don't need to go out of your way for monarchy. And also the +3 research per specialist really helps you in getting through the first half of the tech tree until we stop researching. And yeah, just the 3 happy per city is really nice. And monarchy, you must build units, pay maintenance for the units to for the happiness, and the representation you basically get it for free. So it's a nice wonder to have. You can work more cottages with your improved happy cap, which leads to faster research and more mature cottages when you finally start going culture and that kind of shit. So the pyramids is can be worth it if you're not being boxed in. You need to make sure you get at least 6 cities out though, because for the religious buildings, which are unlocked at music, you need 3 temples. You need to build 3 temples in cities before you can build 1 cathedral. So with 6 cities you can build 2 temples. And with 9 cities you could build all 3 temples. But I generally find that getting the 9 cities usually is too expensive maintenance wise, and also not really necessary. It's kind of a big hassle to build all those expensive buildings. Yeah, so I'm going to pop another worker out real quick. I could settle on the stone as well and just wheel it up. Then I will have it when I have masonry immediately. Alright, so maybe we have got most of our potential sites as well. We've got a city over here with a 6-foot tile and marble. So this could just be running like 3 scientists at size, or 3 artists at size 4 all game after it produces some basic stuff. We've got a nice helper city over here, which can help us grow some cottages in the capital. There's only 3, but still it can develop these cottages later on, which are kind of bad early. But if the capital isn't growing, then it doesn't really matter because the capital is like going to produce basically almost all the research. So we could grow 3 to 5 cottages and work 2 food tiles, maybe run some artists, produce some workers, settlers, that kind of stuff. So I'm probably going to settle this early. I want to settle a lot of cities early, I think. I might postpone, I might not put a city over here right away because I have the stone already, so just quarry it and wheel it. Connect it to the river, then we have it as well. But probably one city will go over here somewhere, click. Probably not exactly where I click now, but just for the idea. So that's 4 cities. And we still need a a great. Well, let's first check if maybe we can put both of our legendary cities over here, or maybe just one. But the problem is I do not see a really good spot for a third legendary city, so I might have to share these floodplains. Also help deal with the health a little bit. Alright, so since we're going for a worker, we can afford to get that guy out. And I might go for my first early cottage here because I will work this style a lot. And if I need to avoid growth, it isn't. I could take a citizen of the corn and switch him to the cottage. That wouldn't be too bad, but after this, those hills are gonna get mined. All right. This is a pretty safe move because any animals would be on the other side of the river. I'm dying to see what's on the other side as well. Oh wow. That makes a nice city spot right there. Alright. I still don't see any pressure from anyone to settle early cities straight away, so what to do. I'm going to first mine this tile and have it ready before the city grows. Finish another warrior as happy police, and then probably, well, maybe I should just build Stonehenge just for the fun of it because of the unique building. It's kind of nice to do that. Well, there is a lot of room. We might even get 9 cities out of this. I don't want to though. I usually stick with just 6 when going for culture.
Nature herself has imprinted on the minds of all the idea of God.
Alright. Let's get over here with this guy. I think that's I think that might be more of a. I got an extra 10% against animals, so should win this, right? On the other hand, I would like to see what's up here. So maybe I just go around like this. Oh, and he does it again. To-do. So we'll grow in 3 turns. So I guess since I have the luxury of 2 workers, I'm gonna waste a turn and get this hill up in time. And basically I scouted out most of the land I will need. Should probably scout a little bit in this direction as well. And we will need to start worrying about barbs soon too. So let's see, 3 turns, 3 turns, yeah, that's perfect. Could try to get him up to Woodsman 3. No, I'm going with just strength and medic probably. And then park him in my city. If he gets that far. Woodsman 3 is a little bit far and probably not going to build the heroic epic. Ah, there's the first guy. Is it Saladin? Might be Saladin. I'm not going for Stonehenge, by the way. It's getting quite late and I don't want to risk it, even though it's nice for the fail gold as well. But I think it's time to get out of first settler. And these will complete the mine this turn and we will work 5 improved tiles. That's nice. So now I should really start thinking about exact city placement, right? So this, we are not in a hurry for this because it's already, well, it's basically guaranteed unless some douchebag settles like right over here or something. Or here, against my border. Could do something like this. Get a little food and then work the gold mines. It wouldn't be too bad for early research. But then again, probably going to have to fit 2 cities in right here for the culture. Let's see. This has got like a 3. This is like +6. I'm counting food, by the way. So basically working at desert size 1 gives you +6 food surplus. And if you farm these tiles, these 3, you get another +2, +4, +6. So that's +12 food surplus at size 4. So that would allow you to run 6 specialists at size 10. So 6 artists all game long basically. Plus it has production and forest to get up the national epic. So that would be okay-ish. I'd rather have a little more food though. Like maybe take the scorn of the capital and settle a city like right over here somewhere. But then again, where does our cottage city go? See, this got only 1 unhealthiness from floodplain, so that's nice. This is nice as well. And this these cities can also help in growing some cottages if I know these are going to be farmed, eh? Yeah. So if they are going to be farmed, I want to get a lot of as much river tiles in my city as possible. This would probably be a good location then. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floodplains, so that means 2.8 unhealthiness, which rounds down to 2. And we are not riverside, so if we settle over here, so could do that. We also could settle right over here. Then we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floodplains as well, because this one is destroyed. Have some production. But basically these tiles, this mostly, but then again it's riverside, so I think I'm going to go with here. So this will be cottage, legendary city right here, and I guess I'm going with my artist farm right over here. Artist, legendary. And my capital will be also a cottage, spam / wonder, legendary. I'd really like to do a game sometimes where I have a non-cottage capital and just spam wonders, just a wonder spam legendary capital, and then a secondary, then a great artist farm which also goes legendary by running the specialist, and another city which goes legendary by running purely cottages. So restrict each city to its specific task and just see if that's possible to get to culture in 3 completely different ways. Might do that someday too. Well, since we're over here now, I guess we'll be roading towards the stone, since we're on the hill now. At least one of these guys can do that. On the other hand, which city am I going to settle first? It's probably going to be this one because of the cottages. Let's see, when do I want to research masonry? I need writing for code of laws. It would be nice to found it in my capital, though. It would also be nice to found it in my second city, by the way. No, we're going with settler. Let's screw that. Alright, so this guy is going down here to fuck bust, and I'm going to put this guy back in this direction. This guy must stay here because else we'll be unhappy. And I will put a research, since we're done exploring, I'll put off the research flag so we can actually see what our city is doing. Did I not end turn yet? Oh, I guess I didn't. Well, I guess I'll start cottaging. This one and this one I can already cottage. And then work it with the, It will settle this city first probably, so this guy needs to come back over here and not go that way, which I just sent him. So let's see, this guy needs to be one more tile up here, and then basically no barbs can spawn close to the city. And we have to worry about animals too still, so the 2 move units coming out of the fog. I might forget that and lose a settler that way. Basically when you play on DT, the animals just disappear by the time you get settlers out, so it's pretty safe to send out unescorted settlers if you just move one step per turn. And if you run into a barb, you can move back. But if you do that on lower levels, you might get snagged by an animal. So, yeah, not ideal.
Not at all similar are the race of the immortal gods and the race of men who walk upon the earth.
Gonna work the cottages as early as possible. I'm going to mine this hill though, because I want to build pyramids and I will need the production. And I still need barb defense, by the way. I'm completely neglecting that so far. Let's see. Well, I don't like to gamble with wonders, that's more the point, and I'm not really sure when the Oracle is usually built on Emperor difficulty. Plus I do not really see a lot of barbs yet, and if I put like another fogbuster over here and one over here and one over here, and basically a lot of the land around my capital is cleared for spawning barbs, so might just pump out a couple warriors real quick. Okay, I'll neglect the cottage and just pump out like 2 or 3 warriors after this. Guess I want to road these up as well. Let's see, 23, yeah, let's get out 2 warriors. I think I can do it in 2 turns. Oh, and there's a guy coming. Let's see what he does. You know, let's cancel this movement before we run into problems again. Well, now, what I mean by it's pretty bad usually not to work your big food tiles, but I don't have bronze working yet for whipping, and I want to grow my cottages, so I'm going to do it like this. Might even stagnate growth as a wall for a turn. Yeah, so we basically exactly get it. So much for the fog busting stuff. Yeah, well, I have same defense bonus here as if I move over here because I am fortified, so let's just keep him on there. And if the barb survives and he comes in my territory, I don't know if they do that already. But then I can... Oh, barracks, yeah, that's the most obvious choice, of course. If he survives and he comes in my territory, I can still... I want to complete priesthood. And he comes into my territory, he's probably injured, and he attacks over a river. And I get a lot of modifiers for my city as well, so I'm going to send a guy up here though. Let's hope he survives this. Yeah, I'm going to steal the capital scorn anyway, so at least the food is worked by some city. And after this we will work the cottage, and we will start cottaging the city as well. Alright, we killed him.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
And this mine conveniently finishes right in time. Again. And now we do need to work our food. 13 turns for the oracle and 8 turns for writing, so... Yep. And after that I'll probably get a library out and start running scientists as well. And hope to avoid the early profit. Though it's not the worst thing in the world that can happen. Let's see, where do I want my other guy to go? Let's see, I need one guy over here and one guy over here or something. So like this and like this. I will... These are the fogbuster dots, by the way. So it's basically fog busting goes in a 5x5 square. Even though there's fog, barb units can spawn there. Barb cities can, by the way. So this city will expand its borders and fog bust a lot of this stuff. So don't need to do that anymore. And send a fog buster up here or something like that. We'll see. Let's first send a guy down here, I guess. So this guy is basically just gonna cottage non-stop. Keep that guy in there. We don't know bronze working yet, so this guy... I think I will cottage one more tile and then start roading toward here. Because I will probably research masonry, either masonry or bronze working after writing. So we can move this guy out a little bit. Hope we don't run into an archer. Oh no. Well, it's 2000 BC, so I'm going to get to a stopping point, and we'll see next time if this warrior survives the battle with the lion. See you.